Killer cat is a term. It's a term used by DJs
So this is the voice of Mantse.
Good. It's a term used by DJs when a song is hot. So they call it the killer cat. Great. Now this part of the song is Mantse's voice, no doubt.
Okay.
Now if you check the song listing or the details of this Drake song, which is what's the title of the song? Calling My Name. The part of the song that Drake samples is this part.
This
Killer cat, blood, killer cat.
That is the same beat.
No, so in the song,
it's just not the beat.
Not the beat. You only hear the phrase.
The beat, the hammer too is entering.
If he uses the beat, the hammer too is jumping inside.
But who put the whole thing together?
As in,
Obrafour.
So it's a Obrafour song.
Good.
Yes.
Because if you check, Drake says calling my name sample. So they list. So for example, for a song that used another song samples, what you do is that you detail what you sample. For example, Nancy's I Can. If you check the album listing, he writes, I Can contains an interpolation of Ferelise by Beethoven.
I know I can.
Very good.
See what I want.
Yeah.
No.
That's Ferelise by Beethoven. It's an interpolation.
So when he says that, doesn't mean he's paid to Beethoven's people.
So what you do to clear your sample, two things. You have to credit where the material came from. Right, so one of your favorite rap songs, Jay-Z's H to the Izzo,
yes,
is sampled from the Jackson's 5's I Want You Back. So if you check the album records, they write H to the Izzo contains samples from Michael Jackson's or Jackson 5's I Want You Back.
Mention the tune, wow.
You understand? Very good. Now, so that's what you do. One. The second thing is you reach out to the record label that has the rights to the song and tell them, oh, I heard your song and I liked it. I want to use it in another creation.
We liked it and we used it.
Do I have clearance to do so? They'll say, oh, yes, it will cost you X amount. They say, I will pay, then you pay. Or they'll say, oh, to use this sample, we'll come to an agreement. Every time the song is played, we are entitled to 1 CD of the sale.
Okay.
Agreed. That's how the sampling works. So you take somebody.
So what is Obrafour's claim? Obrafour
is saying that the portion that Drake took belongs to a song that is legally registered to him.
This killer cut thing. This thing that we like before we enter the song, Drake came to take it and he didn't tell us.
He didn't get permission.
So we'll collect 10 million.
Very good.
So Mantse says what?
Now Mantse says that. Mantse says it is his voice. He owns the intellectual property to that part of the song.
That is title.
So really, that is the long and short of it.
But Mantse is not in court.
Mantse is not in court, at least to the best of our
his lawyers are not looking into the matter.
Then Obrafour should go and talk to him. Or maybe a question of law should deal with it.
It's just intellectual property matter.
And Obrafour has intellectual property to this in the US.
Yeah, that's right. So
if you want, I can read out the series of tweets Mantse put out.
No, I'm not necessarily focused on that. I just wanted to get there. So we have the full story.
Yes,
so this killer cut thing is for Obrafour, and then he's suing Drake for 10. That will benefit the economy of Ghana. And so, then, oh my God, brotherhood. Oh my God. Shall I be there? Check my money. So can Drake's people see Manche's tweet?
I'm sure they would.
Oh, no, that is funny. So they will go and take the tweet and put it in.
No, but then
Manche, the song is not for you.
But then wouldn't Manche, then Sky is there, wouldn't Manche then have to go and show Drake's people that, okay, I actually own this?
But has he registered it in his name?
I don't know.
So the one registered it owns it, right?
No, you see, there's a general principle
that
the person who owns the work is the person who can initiate an action to claim damages over the same where there is a breach. But there is also a fact that 3 or more people or 2 or more people can do work that is like a song, for instance.
Yes.
So you, Bernard, and
look, I'll give you an example.
So that's all has hammer.
I'll give you an example. I'll give you a very simple example. My song, Be Mine, right? If you check the listing, there are 3 names on that listing. One belongs to this guy called I Papi, the guy who did the beat. I have a claim to the song as I added lyrics to the song. King of Accra, who I featured, also has a claim to the song as he also featured. So if you check, there's this thing called a split sheet, and it's very common in modern times.
The way you share the money.
Good. Very good. So everybody has a certain stake in the song. So like Sky is saying, 3 people can come together on one work. If you check,
but in this particular case, it's Obrafour who owns the song in his entirety.
So he registered.
So it will be him, probably Hammer too.
However, that's the point I'm making.
Yes,
so if it is the case that different parties or different people own specific rights in a particular work or subject matter, which is the technical term used, then what it means is a person who claims that his right in the matter has been breached can also raise an issue. Now, what is the issue here? The man is claiming that, look, I said the killer cut blood, and that I was not paid anything for it. Now, the question
was there an initial agreement between Mantse and Bradford?
So that is what now would have to be determined by a court hearing this particular matter. Because first of all, we have to know who owns the right in question. Is it the case that the guy owns it? Was he commissioned to do it? So if you commission someone, so Nathan asks you
to come
say
and say
something,
killer cat blood,
and he paid you for it.
My
cannot go
interest
back
in the matter is finished.
It's finished. You understand? In which case you have sold the thing off to him. So you cannot go back and say that, oh, this thing.
But what if Nathan didn't pay me?
So then there is a breach of contract.
That's a separate.
So there's an entirely different matter.
So the thing is
these are
actually a
matters-
proper case.
Oh yeah, it's a proper case.
full case.
Oh yeah, I'm.
Is there a precedent in Ghana for us to learn from? Maybe you should check for us. Maybe like somebody has been sued for sampling. From a Ghana or Africa perspective.
That one I wouldn't know, but I can give you a few examples.
Give me.
For example, the very popular Ed Sheeran song, "Thinking Out Loud."
Outside the jurisdiction. Yeah.
Or I just
I want to know.
"Thinking Out Loud."
Yeah.
So the Marvin Gaye family sued Ed Sheeran
Kai.
because they said the song "Thinking Out Loud" musically sounded very similar to Marvin Gaye's "Let's Get It On."
Let's get it on.
Okay. Now they are saying that if you take the two songs
Yes.
and line them together,
like the
they sound
same.
they have the same structure. Now, Ed Sheeran's people said, okay, granted, they may have the same structure, but I haven't stolen anything, I haven't sampled anything. The matter went to court. Eventually, they ruled in favor of Ed Sheeran and said, listen, okay, they sound similar, so what?
So that one was more like structure of song.
Yes.
But this is a specific voice and a specific phrase which only one person did. And it was done here in Accra, Ghana.
And the man is claiming he was not paid
And
for
we
his
will
work.
take our 10 million. We'll take our 10 million.
An interesting.
Anyway, but let's hear the song. I hear the song is nice. So let's hear the song.
nice.
No, but you people say it's what I'm saying. You say it's one of the best remixes.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm of
Legendary.
course.
Yeah. So is there another case like this?
I
But-
need-
but- but-
Yes, I mean, I'm getting information that, for example, Pat Thomas reported or allegedly sued TikTok for using a phrase "man amaye" or something of that sort in the song.
But I'm talking about like global ones.
Oh, yeah, I mean, they are.
Like-
There are lots of cases like that, yes.
Yeah.
There are a lot of cases.
So it will be interesting to see how
follow.
they ended. Because from the example, from the Ed Sheeran case, the issue was on structure. So when it comes to structure, it's not the same as a specific phrase. You know what I'm saying? And the other funny thing is that we in Ghana, we use a lot of people's songs as well. But also because those songs don't make it on a global stage.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really get into that thing. But if you are taking somebody's song from here and use it on a global stage to make millions,
Yes.
I think that I'm told there's a lawsuit involving Sting. I'll be missing you. I don't know who sang.
Yes. Sting and P. Diddy. The very popular Puff Daddy song he wrote
Every
as a
step
very
I
good. It's
take,
sampled from Sting and the Police.
Every move I make.
Okay, now-
but I don't know Sting's Police. What song is that? Sting. The only one is I'm meeting this man in New York. That Sting. What does he do?
Very good. So Puff Daddy did not, according to the story, Puff Daddy did not get clearance from Sting to sample the song that Sting and the Police did. Every breath you take.
Do you have the Police song? Because we all know the Sting, the PDD one, but I don't know the Sting one.
You see.
So yes, but let's go on with the case. So Sting sued P Diddy.
So the song came out and Sting sued P. Diddy. P. Diddy admitted that he did not get clearance.
in Junior.
You know,
Yes.
so according to some stories, since then every day he has to pay a certain amount.
Oh, but P Diddy has
Sting.
money, so he can
It
pay.
happens all the time. For example,
But Drake
the
has
very
money.
popular. Let me give you an example. The very popular.
Drake, if I pay, we will take the money.
The very
The
popular.
money that we are
The very popular.
like ECG. We are collecting our money.
The very popular Eminem song. Stank.
Apparently, Sting is paid $5,000 every day.
Well, I don't know. Well, we'll see about that. But the point
That's
is,
like, so he's making like $1 million something a year, a month?
Charlie Nathan,
Yeah, he's making like $1 million.
talking about journalists and music and money, it be like you for go enter the song style.
For America.
Charlie, because Obanjo Messi guy,
For America.
the level of talent you have, if you start some song, Charlie, you Some of us will benefit from it.
so this.
And then you say you're a big man.
I'm big man.
You're a big man.
I would say you're a big man. If I have to go and patent, you're a big man. No, guy, you have to patent that your laughter.
Yeah, I've already started.
Yeah, because someone start the song, no, you start. You're a big man. Then you see the song hit.
Charlie, no, for real.
But if that happens, will you be able to go and sue the person and the person has used laughter that was on the Citi breakfast show?
Yeah, it's mine. It's my I've not signed off my rights. My right to my voice.
So there's actually a lot of precedence to this.
Robin Thicke and
I'm told
Williams.
Sting has collected an excess of $50 million so far.
Robin Thicke, Pharrell Williams.
That's why he stopped working. Sting has stopped producing music. He collected $50 million from PDD so far.
No. IP issues in the West are big issues.
But serious.
But you see, let me just drop one example.
Before you finish, when you finish playing Kill a Cat Blood, find the Drake thing for me. Then find the PDD song.
We don't know if the Drake song is radio friendly though.
No, okay, then leave the Drake out. But find the PDD song and then find the Sting.
Just to
The police.
Because they might Sting singing the police.
Let me give you a number of. Okay, good.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just going to talk about Eminem and Eminem song Stan.
Okay.
He sampled a song by Dido called Thank You. So the first time, I wonder why. A lot of people know that from Eminem, but the original was done by Dido called Thank You.
I've heard the Dido one.
Very good. So Eminem heard the song on radio. So if you listen, so Eminem sampled the song from radio and used it in his record. He didn't speak to Dido. Dropped the song.
The disrespect.
And then Dido came out. And they managed to sort it out eventually.
But they didn't. So how much is Dido getting?
I don't know. They settled it out.
Because Eminem too has money.
They settled it out, of course. And there are several. But
you know the funny thing? How the sampled song usually is not known. But it's almost like I've created something that nobody knows.
Yes.
But musically is great. So somebody picks it and then gives it another life.
Yeah, because it's the person's intellectual property.
No, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying like it's funny like I don't know this thing.
Very good. And there are so many
But
examples.
you see, the argument normally is that by using what I had done previously, you have enhanced the appeal or the value of your work, and you have not compensated.
So if you don't get clearance,
for
that's
my
No, that's
and
interesting.
therefore the court should intervene. And
No, again,
I want
just
us
let me.
a prayer team
For Bravo.
But I think family consecration. We have to
Bravo.
Pastor Mali, if you can dedicate like 30 minutes.
1 hour before.
That is some Bravo team. Because I've never seen 10 million close to me like this in my life.
And it's like you can see it's very close.
I don't think there's any radio station that plays a Bravo song like this show. Pastor Wengan, please. We want you to add on Bravo's case that God will soak the lawyers in the blood, and then
And the 10 million drop.
and they will soak the judge in the blood.
You're talking about samples, right? And the life they give. For example, if I asked you whether you knew Bruce Hornsby's The Way It Is.
that's just the way it is. Ta-na-na,
Very good.
ta.
But lots of people know that
That's one
song.
of the best piano.
Very good. But lots
One
of
the
people
best.
know that song. That song lives in another song. Tupac's Changes. Tupac's Changes sampled Bruce Hornsby's The Way It Is.
That's why
And all of that.
song.
Or if I ask you that, have you heard?
Hold on. I think you are right here. You see, one of the reasons why the Tupac song sounds extra nice is that you probably heard it subconsciously in the Bruce Hornsby song. So when Tupac uses it, it's easier for your system to accept it.
Or for example, if I ask you, have you heard Bobby Caldwell's Things We Do for Love or something? Something you say, who's Bobby Caldwell? But if I play Tupac's Do for Love for you,
What you gonna do?
Originally sample from Bobby Caldwell. So,
But was Tupac sued for these things?
no, those ones they cleared the sample.
Second question: can you sue a dead man?
You can
Well, unless you're suing the estate of the dead person.
or his
Yeah,
record
because
label.
let's assume somebody says Tupac sampled my song and Tupac's no longer there, but the song is still doing well.
No, so when the estate is, so the person's estate can be sued and you make claims against.
But somebody should sample me from my something.
or for example, if I play
that you have delivered.
They should sample my.
So let me tell you. So it could be a speech that you have
Okay.
delivered. So You delivered a speech,
some years ago, 2018.
So let's say, for instance, maybe one of these big guys in the West decides to use that something you said in your speech without recourse to you and uses it and
they publish it commercially.
Commercially makes billions out of it. You are entitled at that point to say, Masa, you have made so much money because of ABC.
The way the journalism has become these days. I'm very desperate to be sampled. Somebody to sample me.
But maybe one of these days we'll do a show about songs and samples. I've got a nice collection of.
But I need to prove the. I want to play the Obrafo and then the sting matter because he's gotten 50 million. So I want to just hear it.
Okay, so you.
But I would love to hear what Mantse also said, by the way. I'm interested now.
Mantse went on a tirade.
Let's solve this thing at home. So we can get the 10 million and share. Oh, what?
Matter.
Oh, don't do that.